Jerry!
Or the stuff about the game.
Yeah, the game too. The game. How did people yeah. It was
Breaking
like,
news, everyone. Ubisoft is getting bought.
it's already half already being paid by Tencent, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's already kind of like paid by Tencent already, so they're just waiting orders, or they're just waiting just a little bit longer for it to buy out. Didn't they pay like 1 point something billion dollars?
Yeah. And I think that was only like 20 or 40% of the whole actual percentage of the 3 games that they're buying into, which is like Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, so they only invest in those kind of things, but it's still kind of sad that big major companies are buying those, and most of us are like, me, freak that
Well, at the
franchise.
same time, Ubisoft used to be pretty big too. So it's kind of sad to
Right.
see a big one getting bought in the first place or selling.
Well, true, and then we had the Netflix trying to buy out Warner Brothers, and then Paramount is like, no, here's the counter offer. I'm like, what the fuck is going to happen in there?
I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that if Warner Brothers get bought up by Netflix, they're gonna monopolize most of the stuff, and all of the cinemas are gonna die out. Due to the fact that they're just gonna put whatever feature release on cines or cinemas for like a couple of weeks, and then take it down and put it on streaming services instead.
See, and I used to like Netflix, but so many of the shows that come out that I love, they just end. They don't get renewed for another season because not enough traction. But I go on Reddit and I'm seeing all of these people that are like, "Oh man, I love this show," and it's like clearly it had traction.
Right. Like, do you remember one of them that just recently died out?
I've had multiple. There was the Dead Boy Detectives, about 2 ghost boys who died when they were like in their teen years, and they solve mysteries for the ghost people so that they can cross over into the afterlife.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, that sounds very interesting. So it just died out because it didn't get enough traction, or what happened?
It must have, because I don't even think the first was even really a full 1 season of the show. It felt like it kind of cut it off a little bit, but it did come to have some conclusions. But I have to say, I have never met such a great antagonist to be played against them. Like, she's a witch, but the actress that played it was just so on par and good.
Okay. That sounds very interesting. Probably gonna try to look for it. But I guess intros are due. I guess it's like, good morning, good afternoon, depending on you're watching this. My name is Lily. Welcome to the Watcher Channel, quote unquote, podcast. So kind of, sort of. We're talking about anything, about everything, and with everything, or whoever, whatever, in translation from Spanish to English. With me, we have our little lovely bunny, Kotomi. Hello, Kotomi.
Hello.
Hi. We were supposed to have a Froggo, but he got some issues, so we're just gonna be talking about random things that pops out of mind. I think a while ago we were talking about the video games and how also the video games, and also about the other thing. What was the other thing? It was related to identification process, right? Boop.
What?
Oh yeah, you don't know. Apparently in Australia, they just released anything that is under the age of 16 needs to prove that they're over the age of 18 to use any social media.
That I did not know.
Oh, you didn't know? Well, let me tell you the TLDR. So the government passed a law that if you want to use any social media, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and other social medias, you need to prove that you're over the age of 18. And to do that, you had to have your ID proving that you're 18 plus. Plus, they also had to do a face scan. They had to do a face scan, and their software was
crazy.
That's just stupid. I mean, they already report saying that, oh, hey, my daughter's friends did the whole face scan thingy, and it turned out that the system told it, oh, they're over the age of 18. They're all over the age of 18. And only her was just dedicated to see, oh, you're 15. You cannot use the platforms.
Oh, wow.
I know, and a lot of kids out there, they say they just got figures of G.I. Joe, or they got like a picture, a 3D render picture using ChatGPT of a guy going like this, and it just let them through.
See, and that's why you don't want AI running customer support or just anything in general where it comes to moderation of things, because a human would look at that and be like, that's a doll, sir.
Right, there we go. And that's the problem. That's the other problem we're talking about. The scarcity, or companies that used to build ramps for consumers like us to say, you know what, screw the consumers. We're going to these big companies that just making AI shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a pain. Now the RAM that used to cost like $100 is over $500, and so on and so forth. Like, God, that is so bad. Even
Yeah, the RAM that I had saved in my cart, or well, not in my cart, but on the wish list because I was going to get it sometime this year, went from $100 to $450.
right, I'm like, what the that is super awful increase. Like, forget about building your own PC now. Even just getting a custom made, or even like one that is pre-built, is gonna cost you an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
That is so bad. Especially with the companies that make the RAM, they just decide, you know what? We're gonna set everything to the AI companies like Google, Amazon, some those third-party things that do the quote unquote ID verification AI thingies, and mess everybody up.
I wouldn't be surprised if people are buying those like really like cheap, low cost computers and just stripping the RAM to resell it.
Yeah, I can see that happening too. Like, you mean you're talking about the ones that they cost like 200 and they had like a couple of gigs in there? Yeah, I can see that. But that also means it's going to increase the price of those as well.
Yeah, I know.
Damn, that's so bad. Hopefully, they can fix that. And it's, well, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna say. There's people say that, oh, between what is it, 4 to 5 years, everything's gonna be lowering down. But I doubt it. The more expensive things get, the more complicated things. I don't know what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, it might. I don't know, because for companies that can dish out the money, of course they'll be able to keep the price high. But if the consumer can't even buy it, the only people they'd be able to sell to are high, profit quality companies.
Right.
So they would actually start losing money because they'd have more product than they need.
The product, like, oh, okay, I see what you mean. So they're gonna get like overstuffed with things to a point that just gonna, it's like a bubble. It's gonna burst because now the big companies are gonna say, okay, we don't need no more RAM. That's it. We're not buying no more from your company. Screw you. And now the big company's gonna have like piles of RAM, and they're gonna say, ah, shit. Go back to the consumer, I guess. Wouldn't that be better than just to wait it out?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it would be the smart thing to do, but I mean, if you're someone that's like, you need the RAM now, or it's like, it's a really, a really hard place to be.
Yeah, that's true. God, so glad I managed to future-proof my rig before this whole shenanigans happening. And I was thinking about it so bad. I was like, yeah, sure, maybe I should wait for the GPU. I'm like, no, might as well get it right now because I know for a fact that if things goes out, like just happened. God, I'm so glad I got everything up to date. Jesus.
Hopefully, you got warranty with all that.
No, not exactly. It was more expensive with warranty. It was more expensive with warranty. There was no way I can afford $200 for the warranty on the GPU and everything else.
Right, but then what happens if the GPU decides to go bloop?
Oh God, I'd be so screwed. I'd be so screwed. Might as well just grab the carrot, just shove it out there. There's nothing else I can do if that thing happens. I'd be so screwed. I don't want to even think about it. Jesus, that is so bad. Oh, what the hell happened to my screen? Great, hold on. Somebody's on my door. Today's sponsor is me! Go to Fort Wall at Lilith to get some merch. We have shirts, we have some hoodies, and we have some little mascots. Not a lot yet, but supporting your local LAMIA. We have shirts, have material in different colors, from red, blue, orange, pink. I don't know, whatever color. We have shirts, galore, and other things. That's a weird sponsor, but yeah. Back to whatever podcast or this commercial is me. And that's humanities. Okay, just for everybody who's just turning in, watching the video, trackers are fucking up. I cannot sit down properly without them freaking the freak out. Alright, so tell me, what were we before I got interrupted? By Amazon Prime. Today's sponsors. One day I'll get sponsored by Amazon Prime. One day.
I think we were just talking about like the craziness of the RAM companies getting bought out. Video games are struggling.
Oh no! About the video games. If the Frango was supposed to be here, we're gonna talk about that specific thing. Not only about video games struggling to come up with new ideas, but also about video games coming from China to over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, if like one of them that you wanted to talk about was the what was it? The one you wanted to talk about, what was it? The where wind meets?
About what?
Where wind meets. Then that MMO. Yeah.
Yeah, where wind meets. Yeah. It's not appealing to me. I do love some of the mechanics that they did, like with being a doctor. Like, yeah, it's a little mini game, but you're actually being a doctor as a healer, not just like running around casting a spell. Whoa, you're full health again.
Right.
But it just down to the core of the game. I mean, yeah, the graphics are beautiful, and yes, the music is beautiful, and it's great storytelling. But the problem is that it's just another grind. It's another thing that has cosmetic gacha. It's just a constant cookie cutter of what Korean MMOs do, which is you're gonna grind and you're gonna have some kind of gacha or some kind of money system in order to support the game. And then the game is there for a year, maybe 2, maybe 3, and then the game shuts down. And then all of that money they get to walk off with.
Okay, I see that. So it's just like a money grab. After a certain amount of time, after they see, okay, nobody else is buying their stuff, they're just gonna run away with whatever money they have?
Basically.
But I mean, well, I guess that's one point of view. But if that's the case, so why is Genshin Impact, something Horizons, or what is the other one? Sentinel Zone Zero still going? It's going strong though.
I'm pretty sure those are Chinese games, though. No.
Yeah, isn't that the same one as the where Winsmith? Isn't that the same thing?
Are they the same company? I thought it was a Korean company.
Huh. I guess I didn't do my lecture. Is it? Okay, let me just find out really quick.
Yeah, let's double check that.
Yeah, who made where Winsmith? I'm gonna break. Okay, that looks weird. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Let me get my other system to look stuff up. Refresh list.
6.5 hours later.
Yeah, it says right here where Winsmith was developed by Everstone Studio, a Chinese game developer owned by NetEase Games, who also has a global publisher from the vision of open world wuxia action RPGs. So it is.
Yeah, so
it is made by a Chinese company.
Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that checks out. Because it's a lot like those others, the Zenless Zone and Genshin Impact, because you get to a world level and then you have to choose to go up a tier and then you got to level again. So it kind of follows the same basis of
right.
both.
It follows the same basis. Yes. I think it also reflects with the. I mean, yeah, it does reflect that when also with Honkai Star Rail, Sailor Sun Zero, and Genshin Impact, they're always okay. Go explore, get to a certain level cap, and after you hit a certain level cap, you have to do this side quest to raise the cap, but everything gets harder, and you need more things, and so on and so forth. And yeah, I saw that also where Wings meet. So they have some basic mechanics similar to one another.
And it's kind of hard for newer players that are from, America or the West of the hemisphere, or the hemisphere of the globe of Earth, because some of those people, they don't really think about that. Like, you do get a pop-up like, hey, you shouldn't do this unless you're ready to go on to the next world tier. But there are people that will basically brick their account because they just jump and do it right away, and they don't have any of the materials. They're completely underleveled. They can't kill anything anymore.
Yeah, I've been. You know what? Only game that I did that was on Genshin Impact. When I first started it, I just, keep going through the story, level up, and then it got to the point that I'm like, why I cannot kill this mob? Why is the mob so strong now? Why does it have so much HP? I'm like, oh my god.
Because you world tiered too soon.
Yeah, I guess you can say that, but I mean, in a story aspect, and now that we see a little bit, for me, when it comes to where Winsmith is a little bit different due to the fact that the character is your own. It's not like Genshin Impact, Zelda Sun Zero, or the other one where they're like, oh, you want this new character with these new skills that you probably need for story mechanics. You need to roll a gacha, and then you get crappy weapons.
Yeah.
And you get crappy characters, and then you just blend them all together to make like a better good weapon. It's like, so annoying.
And the stories tied to those characters are already predetermined.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I did not like. It's like, okay, I mean, I play as Lumine, and I go to stuff, but I don't really care about the other characters, especially when I already obtained it like 10 miles ahead of time. I'm like, okay, so I guess now I'm playing as Chi-Chi. Yeah. But then I don't have her. Then I need to roll to get her. And and then you have to build her map from scratch, which is the most annoying thing to do, because then you spend all your materials on one character, and then you find out like, oh, Lumine is not even the strongest one. Lumine is just yeah. And then the strongest was like some other S tier character you can get after pulling like 20 freaking times. That is so annoying.
Yeah, but that's usually how gacha systems work. But my beef, I guess, isn't with the Chinese game makers. It's the Korean MMORPG makers.
Wait, Korean MMORPG? Wait, is that where... Again, sorry for not doing my homework. I can say that. Sorry for not doing my homework, but is that where MiHoYo is from Korea?
No, I think that's China. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's China.
Okay. Yeah, it's also a Chinese video game company. Oh, okay. Yeah. So both of them are from China, but they're like different.
Yeah, the Korean MMORPG people, like, I can't think of the big ones off the top of my head, but they're the ones that like have brought over like Ion, Black Desert Online.
they're Korean.
Terra Online.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Those kind of games.
I gotta put them right here. Boop.
Yeah, they were originally Korean games. I actually was able to sneak in on the Terra Online Korean servers because we didn't know when America was going to get Terra yet. It was so long ago.
Right. It was like so late, so behind of everything. Okay, funny part before we continue what you were saying, I did try to play Terra Online on my Macintosh.
What?
Yeah, it was like around 2017, 2015 when I got a Macintosh, the one that had the little test thingy. And I was
Uh-huh.
there. You know what? I want to play games. You cannot do them on Mac, but they do have that like crossover parallel desktop thing going on back in the days. And then I just, okay,
Who
install
can't?
Windows, try to run Terra. And then I found out that you cannot upgrade graphics card for the freaking Macintosh. And I did try to run Terra, only running like 3 frames. At 3 frames, I was playing Terra.
That's
3 frames.
crazy.
And I managed to at least beat the first tutorial level at 3 frames. It was so bad.
I can't believe you pushed through it and still did it.
Yeah, I know. It was so awful. I was like, okay, move. Am I done yet? Stacking an attack animation. Okay, go on. I'm dead. Oh, great. Jesus Christ. It was not that. Okay, so yeah, so the thing I think what killed Terra was not, well, probably was the new pay to win scenario, but also that
Yep.
all of the characters didn't feel unique after a while because all of the classes will go back to that little like bunny kind of like a furry
The Elan.
avatar. There you go, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all go to that one.
It was like that was the only race they wanted you to play was a lolly.
Yeah.
There was only like certain situations where it would be like one of the female Castanics for Valkyrie.
Right.
I don't even know why they tied human female to brawler. That was just another weird
I'm
one.
like, I mean, I understand if the male was the brawler, but after they changed it to the female, I was like, oh, okay, some like gender equality. But then after like, what was it, like a month? They put it on the lolly character. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Might as well just make sure all of the characters use all of the classes instead of having you to make one single character to make that class. Might as well go Final Fantasy status.
Yeah.
Your own personal class can do all of the classes. You don't have to worry about only one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But NCSoft, that's a name of one. That's a Korean company.
Oh, NCSoft. I remember NCSoft. I think the only game that I played with NCSoft was what it's called Blade and Soul. Blade and Soul. Fun game.
Very grindy.
But god damn, the story was shit. The story was shit. I mean, yeah, it gives you the feelings. Oh yeah, you're this like recently found kung fu lady that wants to like learn the ways of the martial arts, and everybody you care for, oh, they die. And every time you try to fight the main boss, you eat shit. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? Can you just get a W? Can I just get a W? No, not even at the end of the story. You don't get that satisfaction. The fucking main villain becomes your new student. I'm like, I just want that bitch to eat shit. That was just my plan. I want that bitch to grab and just like, rub it on the ground. Fuck you. It was so annoying.
Yeah, I know.
And then, the part that made me cry so bad was the little guy that was teaching you how to do things, and he keeps calling you Cricket. I'm like, oh my god, why did he have to die?
To be honest,
so
when I played it, I didn't pay attention to any of the story.
Oh my god.
I was one of those people, the cutscene skippers.
The cutscene skipper. Yeah, I can see you like, oh, cutscene, skip. Cutscene, skip.
Yeah.
Cutscene, skip. Well, at least you saved yourself from that struggle, that anger that you cannot get. Like, why do I have to keep eating shit? Okay, there was this time on Blade and Soul, I was playing one of the giant races that had the big axe. And one of the mini bosses that you quote unquote are supposed technically meant to lose that fight. I managed to somehow, I don't know how, but I managed to somehow run out of the area, come back in. The boss was not agreeing. I grab it with the giant class and throw her against the wall, and I make her eat shit, beat the shit out of her, and steal the game. Tell me like, no, you cannot win. Cut scene, you lose. You struggle, and like the bitch was on the corner, facing down, doing the dialogue, and I was already like with no HP. I'm like, what the? Frustrated. Oh god, that just made me so angry. Like first time
that
the game
reminds me of.
When?
It reminds me a lot of Final Fantasy 14.
How?
There are a lot of times their story is amazing, but there are a lot of moments where you're like, how did we lose this battle? Like, honestly, how did we not see this coming and not prepare for it?
I mean, you had to tell me, because I for Final Fantasy 14, I managed to get through all of them until the end of Shadowbringers. I never did the other ones.
Okay, so not to spoil other people because they could be playing it, but you know that a lot.
You know what? I'm just gonna put it here. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert for Final Fantasy 14. There we go. So yeah, you can go ahead. You can go ahead.
As soon as you go into Heaven's Ward, you've already experienced that over half of your scions are dead. Well, you're made to believe that they're dead.
Right, you're meant to believe that they got captured or they got killed. Yes.
Yeah, so we know one that died. But then you find out, oh, well, in Heaven's Ward, near the end of it, oh, another one dies, the little Tataru.
Tataru.
Whatever his name was.
Yeah.
He kills himself. Well, he doesn't choose to kill himself. He's trying to save everyone. So then you find out that Yada is not even Yada. You find out that it's really her sister in Stormblood. So,
right.
She took her place.
What is like? They were supposed to be twins or something. That's the only part that I didn't understand. How?
Yes.
Oh, they were twins.
They were twins.
Oh, they were twins. Okay, that makes more sense now. Yeah.
Yeah, they were twins to the point that they had the same voice and body and looks, but they didn't have the same personality. So that's why Papalo was always with her, because he was helping her kind of have like the same demeanor as her sister. But yeah, it's like you do eventually, we do win certain things, but like I can't think of the guy's name, but he's like the main antagonist in Stormblood. You know, the guy with
that emperor guy thingy, right?
Yeah.
That has like the super chunky armor, and he has like a revolver thing with all the katanas.
Yeah.
Yeah, him.
Yeah. How did we not get rid of him in that expansion? Why did he go all the way into Endwalker? Like, how had he not been dealt with through all of those expansions?
Right, he didn't he pull like what's it call it? Some like shenanigans that he supposed to was born with, and he was able to transfer his mind to another person or something like that. I could be mistaken, but I don't remember it was something like that.
I think so, or I think that was the Asian that was playing in their bodies.
Oh yeah, the Asian. There you go. That was playing with a body that supposedly transferred his memories or something to another body, and he was able to like rebuild the same way it looks or something like that. I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
Yeah, that was Suki's brother. He had taken over his body and memories and everything.
Yeah,
and
what
that's
the
another
fuck?
one.
Right?
I understand, like, when you first meet Suki and how she is, everybody hated her. I mean, she was a bitch. But after she lost her memories, she became something that was better because she was no longer being tormented by her family and abused and used. She had a clean slate and she was actually kind. And then to find out that the brother comes and, oh, now you have to kill her because she's decided that she's just gonna turn into the icon that was there because of all the crystals. And it's like, why do I have to kill her? Like, just because she got her memory back? Like, that doesn't change anything. She doesn't have to be that person anymore if she chooses to, but we're forced to kill her. there's just so many like situations like that, like in Blade and Soul, where it's like you don't really get the options to do the things that you really want to do, or like if there's like a smarter way of doing something, we're too busy doing the stupid way, and it's like you would think after so many expansions our character would not be as stupid.
Right, like at least to give you the option, like, hey, here is option A and here is option B. That will give you a lot more replayability of the story quest, because I know after a while they added like the same story quest plus, right? Where you can do the whole story sequence, but it was a little bit more difficult. Exactly. If they would have added like different options, let's say for like the first one, instead of you trying to fight whatever his name is, the main boss of the first one, to kind of like join them at the end, would have been a little bit way different. Yeah. Because Gaius wasn't really like a bad guy until he realized that whatever the Scion or whatever his name is was causing weapons of mass destruction. He's like, oh shit, I don't want to do this shit. Look, all the destruction. I just want to rule over them. I don't want to fuck up the city. I'm like, wait, what happened? At that moment, you somehow help him realize that, hey, might as well do something different. And that would be like a whole different, like, that would be a whole different like a timeline.
Yeah, and it's like you would think people would learn this lesson of don't fuck with the Asians. It's like saying
right.
Like they're like a Ouija board or a demon in our world.
Right.
Don't play with it. Don't play with fire, and yet everyone keeps doing it.
That's the only part I don't understand. And also with the primals thing, like, oh yes, they're gonna keep these dirty like power souls of our body to summon it for what fucking reason? I don't know. I mean, I do understand that like the deities of like different tribes and causing issues, but I mean, it's like how to say it? I put my mindset in the position of the tribes. It's like, oh no, we're fighting this other enemy that tried to take over their land with like bigger and better weapons, and the only way for us to fight back is to summon this deity that will suck our souls dry. And I'm like, but it's also dangerous because they can go out of rampage and start sucking the life force out of the land. I'm like, oh my god, this is not winning.
Yeah, and honestly, it's because of those tribes that don't become our beast tribes, because they're the people that aren't tempered. But the thing is they're being tempered by the icon. They don't realize they're doing it.
Yeah.
Like, for example, in Stormblood, the Lakashimi, I mean, she just wanted everybody to find bliss. I mean, that was her whole shtick. Right. But it's like, you have to realize that what you're summoning isn't even really a god. It's
just like a weird evil spirit or something.
It's like a manifestation of their wills.
Right.
As a collective, and that never turns out well.
No. I think that at the best, what was the name of that boss? Shiva? What the Lamias? Yeah, what the Lamias is that supposedly this queen wanted to revive the daughter or something, and supposedly that the Shiva lady revives her, but it's like a mindless zombie that has like no soul, no spirit, no mind. They're like, oh, I granted what you wanted, but I never said it was gonna be like fully her. I'm like, oh my god, and then they just realized their mistake and like, oh my god, that's the problem with them.
Yeah, that was Lakashimi.
Oh, Lakashimi, there we go. Yeah, but in like the short things put together is that it does have a good story. I think we completely derailed this thing, did we? Were we supposed to be talking about the companies instead of the game itself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mainly it was just Chinese companies are doing well, although the gacha has got to stop. But other than that, their stories are intriguing enough.
Right.
But the problem is that you're catering to your general population and not the whole population. If you want to make a game where everybody in the world plays it, like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy 14, you have to cater to everyone's taste. Not completely, but halfway there because there's still grindy aspects in 14.
Right,
There's still
right.
grindy aspects in World of Warcraft, but at the
Right.
same time, there's other options of things for you to do. You know, like the gold saucer. That has nothing to do with the game. It's not going to make you stronger, but it's
Right.
something that's fun.
Let's go gambling.
Yeah.
Ah, dang it. Yeah. So I mean, comparison. I still kind of agree what you say, but also don't really agree because comparing the 14 to where Windsmith, it does have those kind of aspects, but in a little smaller scale. Like for example,
Right.
the gambling, you can only find them on certain locations where you bet money to play like Mahjong or whatever that thing where you play things. Or there's the one that you flip the little stones to different colors. But again, it's on a different location, they're not on the same. I do like that they do try to provide some history based things, like when you go to locations, pick up the little letter thingy and it'll tell you, okay, so in this era they use this thing for this kind of things. Or they use this thing for this kind of things and this is what they believe and stuff like that. So that was pretty good introduction to their culture. It's just like you say,
I
can
agree.
become very grounded after a while, especially when you had to I need materials to increase my weapon to make more damage. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The other thing that I do notice about the gacha, there's also the other thing that I hate. They hate about World is the gacha. Like you say, they need to stop with the gacha, especially with everything in general. I mean, you want this weapon to look cool? It's just a customization, doesn't help you anything, but it's under a gacha system, which makes it worse.
Yeah. I mean, they want to get as much money as they can possible.
I mean,
because the big whales, they'll dive into it. They'll do 50 pulls and they not even hurt their bank. But it's like, wouldn't it just be nicer if you just made that skin $20? I think a lot more people that don't have that kind of money to throw around in a gacha would be willing to dish out $20 to support a game that they're enjoying for a cosmetic.
You know what? That also brings a good idea, if they're possible, to say, okay, here's the gacha item, which you can buy about this amount of money, or you can be like a grindy little guy, go mine specific materials, and then you can get the same outfit, but I can see what you need to balance it out. You don't want the red items to be so difficult to obtain that they will spend their entire lifetime inside the game. But then that could be a good way
maybe like
to
an
put the
alternate
promoters.
color or version of it.
There we go. That's the thing. Like you can get this same outfit, different color, but you need to obtain this amount of materials to make it. And then those materials can be sold into the... Oh, God. Okay. No, you have to really think about not only that, but also the inflation, money things. But let's just not talk on that topic right now. That's going to be so insane, because then we had the problem that Blizzard has with World of Warcraft. When they introduce the coin, they get super inflated, then it got deflated, and then people hack and blah, blah, blah. It was so bad.
Yeah. And then we end up in the bot section of, the WoW Mafia.
The bots, and when you had these little bots going around, picking up random mobs and then killing them just to collect the thing, they just go all over again. I like how they do some of the anti-bot thingies, where they had the pad and then they just put a block, like a rock on it, and then you find out which one was the bot, and it just bang, 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 bang. All of the cans that got stuck in that rock.
What game was that from?
That was World of Warcraft.
Oh, you haven't seen World of Warcraft today, then?
Wait, no, I'm talking about like way past in the days. Is it really bad now?
Yeah. Lily, I don't even think they have a living GM anymore. There's probably one, but everything is AI. The bots have gotten so bad, Lily, that to the point where if you undercut them and they find out who you are,
right,
they will mass report you on their bot accounts, and then you get banned.
Oh, what?
They are running the game. Yeah, they are literally running the game.
What the hell? So that's why there's a shortage around, because they have these other assholes putting the stuff on the AI, and the AI just running the game by themselves. So what's the fuck the point is playing the game?
You try to. There's been people that get banned. Like, for example, in Classic, now people like to, boost other people. Well, if you do it cheaper than what people who are using real money,
right?
botters, whatever. If you do it lower than them and you're broadcasting it, your account's going to get banned because they're all going to report you. And then when you do that, you have to go through customer support. But customer support doesn't have an actual person. So you have to sit there and talk to an AI. And it's just, it's so mind-boggling. Like, there are people that you can report every single day. And it's the same bot, and it's them. And they're still there because you don't have 10,000 people reporting it.
Right, that makes sense. But you get 10,000 bots reporting you for just reporting one. I'm like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
So what is the point of playing the game? So what's the point of playing the game nowadays? Like, for example, if I go into World of Warcraft, and when I try to get the mod that I need for a quest, it's being farmed by 20 other NPCs, 20 other AI things. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Kill one and then get bombarded report?
Unfortunately, not that it's a bad thing exactly, but they do layering now.
Layering?
So, so basically, it's like you're still in your open world game or whatever, but there's instances now for the world, and you'll phase in and out depending on the population of that area, so it's not overpopulated. But at the same time, it can be really bad, because I have tried leveling at one point, and the game just felt empty to me. It felt so empty. There was maybe 2 people I walked by in this big questing zone. And you can see people chatting, so there's a lot.
Right. You see there's
a good group of people there,
right?
But you don't see them.
Oh,
because they're on a different instance.
Oh, okay. Now that you bring that up, so tell me that about what is the difference between what you're doing in World of Warcraft and what wandering where wind meets does? Because when you play where wind meets, or WWM, you start on a solo campaign. You have the entire map to explore with all of the enemies, all of the resources available to you on solo mode. And if you want, you can bring a friend with you to play with. But also, if you want to go multiplayer with everybody in the world, you can also do that. Wouldn't that be much better for World of Warcraft? When you have the decision. Yeah, the decision to say, yeah.
But in the older version of it, for example, the classics,
right.
The game is very hard to progress solo. You can do it, but you're going to spend a lot of time. There's a lot of group quests that are very good experience, that are easy to do, that you're going to want, other players that are questing. In the retail WoW, I could see that, but I'd see that also happening with more hacking happening. Like duping and stuff like that. I feel like it would make that easier for them.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So it will be better if you have, it will be good if you have that option to do the whole quest solo, but at the same time you have the option to say, you know what, I want to bring let's say my buddy with me. Let's say you want to bring Godly to the world to play with you. That would be a good option. And that also will, that brings a lot of implications too, because that also means that, the Stop Killing Games thingy passed, I think, in the UK.
The what?
Stop Killing Games.
So they're just trying to stop any game that has violence?
No. It means that whoever makes a game, like, for example, like what happened a while ago with the Pokemon thingy. What was the Pokemon, like a MOBA kind of thing that happened a while ago? It will make that all the companies that make some sort of video game, that if it's gonna shut down the server, they will still let the consumer or the person that have bought or use that program to keep it for themselves so they can play whenever they want.
Right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it will be the same thing. If you are able to play World of Warcraft solo in a place where they allow you to, let's say, modify things so you can play by yourself without having the party integrated, or the same thing that Final Fantasy did, that where you go to a world and then you don't have nobody else to come along with, you can gather NPCs to help you out on the quest.
Yeah, but it's still 100% online though.
So with that supposedly law, it will allow you to have the game so you can run it on your own computer without you the need to connect to a server.
Right. And I mean, I see what they're doing with that, and it makes a lot of sense. But
yeah,
I don't see companies that are not in that country to follow suit with it.
Oh, that is true. You can have. It's like the same thing when Nintendo wants to. What was it with the patent office? I think everything is now back to review. So hopefully, whatever patent they have gets reviewed. But yeah, I can see that. Like, for according to Nintendo, they don't want you to have everything permanently. They want to hold like a monopoly on it. They're like, oh no, we don't want you to have this game. It's ours. So freak you.
Yeah, and if we find any suspicious funniness on your Nintendo Switch, we're bricking it.
That's why
your games are gone.
Yeah, no, that's why I don't buy Nintendo products anymore for that reason. That is very scummy, and that's also another reason why a lot of the people are going back to the previous generations. There's like a new market going around where people are trying to buy like Nintendo 64, Super Nintendos, all of the cartridges back in the days. They try to buy them so they can pretty much try to share it everywhere, just to piss Nintendo off. Yep.
Yeah, and you know what? Good on them, because I think it's really fucked up to do that to someone. But at the same time, I understand where, not from that, but like, you know how they have it where it's like the cartridge is now a serial or whatever for your account.
Right. Yeah.
I understand the concept of it, because it's the same thing as kind of like with PlayStation. Like, they started doing it to where, like, when you put in your disc, you're not even getting the whole game. You still have to have
you
the
still need to log
the
in and download. That is so stupid. That is so dumb.
It is.
You know, especially when right now my brother's like, oh, why don't you buy things like, why don't you buy the physical copies? He was trying to tell me to buy a Nintendo, get the physical copy, and I let him know, like, hey, when you buy the cartridge, it's like an empty thing. You only has like a little line of code that allows you to connect to the internet, and if that line of code is not connected to the internet, you cannot use it. You're pretty much fucked.
Yep, you don't get any of the updates, bug fixes, or anything.
Yeah, so for that, fuck you, Nintendo, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm not getting sponsored with that many times soon. No, it's worse, because nowadays, if you put anything related to Nintendo on YouTube, and it's not like, how to say, if you're not on their like partnership program, they can literally remove your video. Even
they'll copyright you.
Yeah, so fuck you, Nintendo. Fuck you, Nintendo. Fuck you.
There's a lot of things wrong with just that publishing company in just general. I mean, Pal World is not Pokemon. It never was. I mean, you can capture a freaking human.
Yeah.
You can capture a human. That's not Pokemon. So I don't know why they even thought, oh, let's get all these patents so we can try to take this down.
Yeah, like, no. Not only that,
how about you
patents
just make a better game.
No. The patents not only include the capture mechanic, it also include the running mechanic, the climb mechanic, the even this mountain was the mechanic they wanted to patent. But the Japanese satellite is like, no, you didn't invent this. This is like way before even you existed. All of this was already way before you. So now whoever was on the American office trying like, oh, you patent that. No, fuck you, whoever was in the office. Fuck you. So now they had to do the revision. They had to make sure, like, no, because as far as I know, the first person or the first game that did the capture mechanic was Dragon Quest. They copied the capture mechanic from Dragon Quest. They were the first one that did it.
I think that Nintendo is just turning into one of those companies like WoW, where it's just a shareholder company. They're just doing everything they can to keep their shareholders happy.
After the previous, what's the mechanic CEO? Rest in peace, whoever I don't remember the name, but I'm going to put it right there. Boop. So people can remember it. He was the only one focusing on fun. Hey, you want to make the fun? You want to make a game for the Nintendo? It has to be fun. It has to be good. It has to be. That's why, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom was very good, very clean, it was fucking fun. It was fun. And now, it's just like money grab.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, oh, hey, you won the previous one, you had to pay another $40. I'm like, wait, you didn't get into Breath of the Wild?
Okay, so my ex bought me the game, and I did play it.
Right.
I think I got past the water city and did all the stuff there, but when I got to the desert, I was like, oh, they won't let me in because I'm not a girl. And I didn't know what to do at that point. And I was like,
my God, what?
But even then at that point, though, because I'm not a huge Zelda person. I never was. So it was like, I didn't have the knowledge, we got to go grit this to make yourself look like a female to get into the Amazon's village. But it was also like, I didn't like how the weapons always broke. I didn't like always having to pick up and get other weapons.
Right, that mechanic. Yeah, everybody is mad about that mechanic. That. Yeah, I don't
like the durability.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God, why is this weapon? It's like the best weapon you can have, and it breaks. That is so nice. That's the only mechanic I will change. I mean, I would like to have the mechanic where, like, hey, Link can have these permanent weapons that he can upgrade, but he will have different combat styles. Because after you see the first or second style of they have the weapon, you're like, okay, what else is new?
Yeah, it's just a damage number at that point. And I wouldn't even away with it, with the mechanic either. Like, keep the durability, but maybe give us a way to repair the item.
Yeah, that's also something that a lot of people say, like, why we cannot repair it? Can we just get, like, some items, some, like, little things that we collect and say, like, okay, this weapon is about to break, let's just repair it. Oh.
Or even... even if they want to keep it difficult, they can make it so where that the repair has a chance to still let it break.
You know what that reminds me of? I think they didn't want to do it because people will start comparing it to the other game that appears on PlayStation 2 that a lot of people call, oh, this is going to be the Zelda killer and whatever. You know what game I'm talking about? No?
I don't.
It was called Dark Cloud. Where you play as this little guy, Toan, and has these weapons that can also break, but you have to repair it before it breaks, and the more you repair it, you get experience and it gets stronger. Cloud. Yeah, that one. They were saying, now they're just copying Dark Cloud. I can see people saying that. If that was the mechanic they put on Breath of the Wild, they would say, oh, now they're copying Dark Cloud. But you know what?
I mean, what isn't a copy at this point? I mean, everything that you see in a game has been done before.
Yeah, at the moment, everything is done before. Capture mechanic, done. Sword fighting, done. Ninja skills, done. Oh, you want to upgrade this Pokemon to get into a better sword or to get something different? Everything has been already done. Everything.
Yeah, so it would be impossible. I mean, I think there's a huge difference when you say, oh, you're copying something. Mm-hmm. Well, okay, let's take a look at, like, another game that, like, tried to do that. Like, a lot of people said that Rift tried to copy World of Warcraft, and that's why it failed, because, it was called Rift. It was a subscription base when it first started, and then it wasn't doing well, so they made it free to play, but then they added, like, a in-store shop. Well, anyways, the game is pretty much just living off of itself
yeah.
at this point. Like it's just in maintenance mode forever. I don't know why they don't shut the servers down. Probably because there's just so many people that have spent so much time in it. But people said that it was going to kill World of Warcraft because it was kind of the same mechanic of leveling, open world, magic, blah blah blah, only that you
Oh,
could
I see.
multi-class. And there was like better talent points and stuff and whatever. They didn't really copy World of Warcraft. Like, in my opinion, yes, there were some similarities, and that's going to happen in video games, but unless they're literally copying the art style like a private server who's just stealing all of the assets and then selling it with a different color and shading, that is copying to me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because nowadays it's like everything is a remix of the previous thing. Like, as long as they don't patent it, again, fucking Nintendo for patenting the stomping mechanic, fuck you. They also wanted to patent the jumping on platforms mechanic.
Why even patent mechanics at all? You're just hurting other people.
Yeah, it's just people being greedy. Oh god, my hand got stuck. Hand, stop it. That's the problem. They got so greedy to the point it's like, oh, hey, if we can patent the capture mechanic, we can patent the jumping mechanic, we can patent the jumping on platforms mechanic. I'm like, no. Fuck you, Nintendo. Fuck you.
But not only are they hurting themselves, because that's really bad publicity, but think of all of the games out there that no longer would have their creation or their ingenuity because they have those things in those games, and they could be like, game of the year.
Right.
But now they can't because there's a patent on it, and it's like, that is just so stupid.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I will give it like a pass will be the Warner Brothers patent on the Nemesis mechanic. Nobody, as far as I remember, or the games that I have played, nobody had like a Nemesis mechanic. But it comes to what you said, it struggles or limits people that say found that mechanic cool and they cannot implement it on their games because of that reason. Because they're like, oh, I want to do like a Nemesis mechanic against this boss that is included on the storyline, but I can't because now I have to pay Warner Bros. like $1 million to use that same mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very bad. It's very annoying. I mean, but I do give props to him because they're the ones that first thought about it and they said, you know what? Let's just make it.
Yeah.
Let's just patent it. But by doing so, they strict the credit for everybody else to use it. But in the same way, it's a company and the company wants to protect their assets so they can make some money out of that patent. They're going to do it regardless.
Yeah. And it's a struggle, honestly. I mean, some good games have come out this year, but you can see from like all of the badness of people saying, this is just a copycat game, or this is patent, and this is patent, or this is bought out. Like, we're getting less games every year, and it's like video games, the whole genre isn't dying, but it's like we're getting less because it's costing too much to produce anything anymore because you have to have the rights.
The rights. Like again, back to Nintendo. Fuck you. They after they start doing with the lawsuit, they try to make their own mobile game similar to Power World, and they call it something Mon. I don't remember what it was. And they promote it a lot on YouTube. I'm like, who the fuck is playing that? Everybody can say it right away. It's a straight copy of fucking Power World. I'm like,
are you talking about the? I forget what it's called, but it's a Pokemon game, but it's like kind of like a simulator,
Yeah, like, something like that.
I'm trying to think of like a really good like comparison, like Fey World or it's like Cozy Sims.
I don't remember. The only thing I remember about it was a mobile game based on like you go in the world, capture capture these monsters, start making them do things, and you can shoot them or kill them, whatever. But it was like a straight up copy ripoff of Power World, but with the trademark of like
Power World
Pokemon.
should do that. Power World should turn around and patent shooting animals to capture them, just to screw back Nintendo.
I mean,
because
they
Nintendo, Nintendo can take control of what Pokemon does, which is you have to Pokemon battle to catch the Pokemon, or in the newest whatever iteration of whatever YZ it is, the Pokemon can actually hit you, but you can't hit them. You still need a Pokemon to fight because it's live action. But I don't see them doing that. So why doesn't Power World just turn around and say, okay, well now you can't use anything other than Pokemon to capture another Pokemon?
Yeah, I mean they could do that, but the problem is it's all based on whoever's in the middle ground. The patent office has to decide whether this thing is applicable to them, and they're the first one to do it, because I don't think you can, because people in the back of the days, they did the same thing. I think one of them will be, what other game uses like some way of the character to fight the thing? I think there's a couple of them. I think some Castlevanias do the same thing, where you like had to hit the enemy a couple of times and then throw something at them to capture them, and then they can use them to help you fight. Oh, that's also something that Nintendo wanted to patent as well. Oh, you cannot use sub characters to fight along the main character. It is all own thing. They can go fuck themselves. Fucking Nintendo, fuck you. I'm gonna add a counter somewhere. How many times I say fucking Nintendo in there? Somewhere in the corner. How many times did they literally say fucking Nintendo? Boom, boom, boom. That's another one. No, but yeah, that's the problem. It's exactly what you say. The company of Nintendo died down, and now it's a company filled with grabby hands that wants to only get money. They don't want you to use third-party things because they will block your Switch. They only allow you to get a third-party things that they are approved by them. So if you connect a USB cable that is not made by them, oh, your thing is break. Oh, you connect something different that is not Nintendo on, it's break. So, fucking Nintendo. Fuck you. Never in your shit anymore. Fuck you. Ooh,
yeah. But unfortunately, that's just the world we live in now. It's like all of the people like that CEO you said that died, like all of those people that had such imaginations, ingenuity, all of that, it's like we didn't get any of that in our generation, and that since that generation is now passing on, we're kind of getting screwed because nobody knows how to make anything anymore.
Technically, yes, you're right. Every of our generation is dying down, and the new generation is getting screwed over because now, if they want to create some, let's say for example, hopefully it doesn't happen soon. I don't want to jinx it, but let's just say out of the sudden, the guy that made Mario and Zelda dies. Then they're gonna try to push it on another person to do something similar. However, due to their like laws and whatever, they don't want you to create something new without having that little case in between. So, like a good example would be like, oh, you can only make Mario games, nothing else.
Yeah.
Where's the creativity? Oh, I want Mario to have like this new power. No, it's not on brand. Oh, but I want Link to be female. No, it's not on brand. But I want it. No, it's not on brand. So fucking Nintendo. Fuck you.
I have to say though, I really do love the Luigi Mansion ghost hunting. I love games with ghosts in them. Yes.
I mean, when it comes to Luigi's Mansion, I do like the first one the most because it has like a more, how do you say, not a story wise, but it have more creative ghosts. I mean, I can say that those ghosts in the first Mario, in the first Luigi Mansion, they did scare the crap out of me. They did scare the crap out of me. When they go like, woo! And you're like, fuck! Where do you come from, bitch? after the second one and the third one, they're like, no, not really. Because I kind of already figured out where they're gonna pop out, and they're like, and then it got weird with the hotel and the what was the second one about? Going to a different mansions?
I don't know. I've never actually played the second one.
Oh, what about the third one?
The third one, isn't it just like I'm trying to remember.
Well, to give you a refresher,
I can't think of it, but
the third one is when they supposedly go on vacation with Peach and Mario. They go to this big giant hotel, and then supposedly Big Boo is back, captures Mario and Peach, and then you're Luigi with a little with a little ghost popper, and you have to capture all the ghosts. But the ghosts after that one, they become very cookie cutter. They're like, oh, you're this type of ghost, boop. Oh, you're this type, these chunky boys, boop. And I do like the mechanic where you grab the ghost and just smack him around. But
yeah.
But beyond that, like the spooky factor that Luigi's Mansion 1 had is completely gone after the second one.
Yeah, I noticed that too. And I noticed that, like, production value went up because, graphics and stuff like that. But
yeah,
it did feel a little bit, like there wasn't as much wow factor anymore.
I mean, if you repeat the thing over and over, it kind of loses luster unless you cap like a. I think it's because there's more ways for Luigi to fight back. That's why the spooky factor went away, because on the first one, if you don't know how to stun the ghost, you're pretty much fucked.
Yeah.
You pretty much fucked. And also when they added the mechanic of like invisible ghosts or like elemental ghosts, I'm like, okay, that's something that you do. Which I think is something that it lost on the second one, on the third one, where you just like suck them. You just suck them and just like capture them. I think the flashlight is still there, but it's not as difficult as before. So I guess that's that. It's just like it ruins the scary factor. The more you have your character that is unable to fight or unable to fight back in one way or another, it just makes it more scary.
Yeah, there is definitely a line between difficulty and spooky that you have to walk perfectly, kind of like a silver lining. Because if you make something too easy, but it's meant to be scary, then it's not really all that scary. But if you make something too hard and it's scary, no one's going to want to play that either, because it's like you're not progressing.
Right,
you have to find a nice middle between.
Between?
Yeah, you have to find like a little medium between.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Both equally challenging, but not too hard.
The only game that reminds me that have something good in between will be like Amnesia, the Dark Descent. You have the difficulty that, hey, you have something chasing you, and you cannot look at it because you start losing sanity. And then if you try to hide, if you don't hide properly, it can get you, but then you restart. But the enemies are a little bit less aggressive. I think that's what I noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Besides those, so the TLDR is that people need to get good. Nintendo, fuck you, but also you need to change whoever's in charge. Those CEOs needs to go. They just ruined the company. I'm serious. Like, stock value, yeah, they're up, but then you just see the thing, because for one, they don't have a wide variety of games coming out. I mean, the only ones that came out with the Donkey Kong Bonanza, the what am I call it? The Mario Kart, with everybody's kind of like love and hate, because it's like it's pretty much the same as Mario Kart 8, except that now you can travel everywhere. Nothing new. And now back to that. This was such a huge missed opportunity by Nintendo. They would have a lot of people like Sonic Races way better, because they have all of those like characters coming to the racing. You know which ones?
Nope.
You don't know Sonic Racing? They have Hatsune Miku, they have Minecraft, they have the guy from like
Oh.
Persona. I think they have other Sonic
Yeah.
characters. I'm like, come on, Nintendo. What do we have? A cow? A fish? Fucking Chip Chip? Bitch doesn't even have arms. How the fuck is gonna drive a go-kart?
You have to admit, though, it is pretty funny when everybody in the lobby is a cow and you're just driving.
Oh my god. I mean, sure, for the memes it's fun, but it's just like a huge missed opportunity. If they would have said, like,
Yeah.
hey, we're gonna do like a Smash Bros. Kind of thing for Mario Kart, where you're gonna have Samus, Yoshi, a Kirby, and other things in there. I mean, Kirby has to come out with his own racing game. That's just missed opportunity.
Kirby has, what is it called? Racer something.
I think it's called
Star
Star
Racers?
Racer. Yeah.
Yeah, they remade it.
Yeah, they made. Oh, speaking of that, did you find out that they had their own store where you can like buy different customizable cards with the people that
Mhm.
actually made them? Right?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't very long before somebody put Kirby in a bikini. I mean, if I
Rule
can find a
34.
picture, I'm gonna put it right there. And Nintendo started removing a bunch of stuff like that because now you have naked anime girls in there. You had everything not safe for working there, and people are panicking. They try to figure out if they want to remove the thing, but they're like, "No, we cannot remove them because then people are gonna get mad." Blah blah blah. They're just gonna try to keep looking at the things that are not supposed to be there. So in other words, they're just calling to themselves, if you're gonna add any type of factor that allows people to make whatever they want in their game, it's just like the time to penis. How long does it take for the
Mhm.
community to make a penis? Or make the whole
Basically.
female body? Yep. It's just a matter of time. Okay. How long have we been talking? For over an hour? Yep, for over
I
an
have no
hour.
idea.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, besides the interruptions, probably like an hour and a half. So I have a lot of content I need to go through and fix around. Anyways, I guess that we can call it a podcast right there. We're just gonna say that video games needs to get good. If people want to make video games that comes from the east to the west, they need to do the research, see what functions, and not be like another cookie cutter where they just. I mean, money is important, but not to be like a graphics and then nobody else is playing it. We shut down the server. That's just very
Yeah.
bad. It just gives you like a bad look. I mean, Honkai Star Rail and MiHoYo is still available because they say, yeah, we have the gacha system, but the game's still making profit. So the problem is that after that game stopped making profit, they're just gonna shut it down, which is not good.
And it's all online. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, for everybody still looking around, still watching us, hearing our voices, thank you very much for coming. Thank you for staying with me. My name is Lily. You were listening to the podcast that I'm trying to work. And our friend, what's Kotami? Hello, Kotami.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. You have any socials?
Not really.
Ah.